Hey guys, welcome to this, N7 Brown here once again, today with another Gwent video, this time showcasing probably my favourite archetype of all Gwent, the Queensguard archetype. Queensguard have been around for so long, but they're so weak at the moment. They're essentially outclassed by almost everything in terms of tempo, but I still love Queensguard nonetheless, because I like being thematic, and Queensguard, if interrupted, has one of the strongest finishes ever. But yeah, alright. So how this deck works is essentially revolves around Queensguard and Cery. So resurrect all copies of this unit. So essentially, we discard two Queensguard and Cery with Bran, and then we res them, of course, or invest / strengthen them with Drake Bondu and on-crate blacksmith. The idea is we want to invest as much strengthen as we can into Queensguard. So in round 3, they can pop out as huge bodies that should overpower most things. Hopefully, ideally in a short round. So Queensguard is ideally win round 1, or at least get the round as short as possible. So then you res them in round 2. Hopefully you've won, so you can bleed them out until your last res, or if you've lost, hopefully it's a short round, so your Queensguard should be enough to say, hey, don't play anymore type thing. And yeah, Queensguard are awesome. I love Queensguard. They're just so out-tempo these days, and a lot can disrupt them. I mean, you got Graveyard Hate, you got Artifact Compression, you've got Muzzle, there's so many damn things to interact Queensguards. I know things need counters, but please, no more counters to Queensguard. There's enough already. Plus, essentially, since they're weak. So, okay. So, in the bronzes, we need. I know this isn't quite the generic card. It's just a 12-point bronze, but Queensguards need some sort of tempo. So that's why we won Bear Masters. We just need tempo bodies on the board, just to have a fighting chance, essentially. Of course, 3 Queensguard, 3 Priestesses of Freya. Ideally, round 1 we'll resurrect the other 2 with a Queensguard herself. Then rounds 2 and 3 will be used by Priestesses Freyas. So yeah, we don't want them in our opening hand, we want them later on. And this deck can get thin quite nicely. Reconnaissance, even more targeted at bronze. Just got to be careful you have 2 Priestesses in the deck, because it could be a dead draw. Ideally you might even have just 1 in hand, but I like to thin through the deck. This is a good standard bronze card. We've thrown 1 on Crane Armorsmith in there just against control / weather. I feel like 1 and a decoy is enough typically. I don't feel like putting 2 in, because it can be just a dead card sometimes, so only 1 run copy. Run 3 of these, strengthen and allied by 2. This is just a Butho Queensguard. It's 11-point bronze, which is a bit low these days, but it's investing for future rounds ideally, and it can counter against weather with the 2 armor, or at least delay the effects of armor. Stryborg Runestone, Stryborg, is that how you pronounce it? That's just essentially the high roll, another Drake Bondu, which is very cool on that deck. Strengthen 2 units on graveyard. Guess what card's going to be strengthened? But yeah, Drake Bondu is pretty cool. Love to draw this out as much as we can. Such low body though. Look at that, 6 points. Jesus. Honestly, it should be bumped up to 8 or something. Dare I say 9? Or maybe that might be too good. But maybe 8 or something. 6 is just pathetic. So yeah, Stryborg Rune Zone is just to generate another Drake Bondu. And ideally, it's not. Typically, you won't get bad value out of it if you don't either way. So it's a bit of a high roll card, but I like putting it in. Because I would put Sigdrifer in instead of this, but since it can't res Drang Bondu, I'm like, oh, well then what the fuck then? No. I know another res is always nice, but they nerfed it pretty heavily. So until he gets a clan tag, I'm not going to put Siggy in this deck, or unless Sigdrifer gets changed. Restores now is the new Sigdrifer. I'm going to use it primarily to resurrect Drag Bondu once again, so we can replay it. Because now it has the Doom category to wherever it is. So do not use this on a Queensguard. We just counter ourselves if we do that. Other targets we can use is the Tursek Bearmaster, which was primarily used before in the past, to get this turns into a 12-point play into like a 19-point play. So we can use that if we want to bleed or just for the last round. But ideally, Main target is Rank Bondu. Skull, we've put in to pull out we'll synergize with Heim and Olgier von Everec. I put Olgier von Everec to essentially, if it gets uncounted, to guarantee Ceres will come out rounds 2 and 3. And also prevents the dry pass. Also counters War Cancer, so that's always a plus. I mean, ideal opening round would be Royal Decree into Heim, into Skull, into Olgier von Everec. That will give us 17 points on the board, more with Royal Decree. And that'll give us a bit of buffer to set up a Queensguard play, essentially. Also, if we pull out Heim with Royal Decree, that's like a 3 deck thin. And then we use Brand Turzak, is another 3 deck thin. So that's thinned our deck by 6, 15 to 9. So ideally, we hope, and we still probably won't draw Drake Bondu, despite all that thinning. But anyway, so yeah, Royal Decree is just a thin out. Coral is a staple gold card of Skellige, always will be, because Skellige, Coral's just one of the best. Jade figurine, it's quite useful in so many situations. Coral's always going to be there. And Ceres herself, because what kind of Queensguard, you can't call a Queensguard deck without the Queen herself, Ceres on Khalit. So yeah, she'll be coming out in round 2s and 3s, and rarely in 1. Typically don't want her to come out in 1 anyway. But if we can make it happen, we can make it happen. But that typically means we'll be burning out through our reses, which we don't want to do. But yeah, alright, that's the Queensguard deck. We'll try this in ranked. I've had various successes. Against Nilfgaards, we get wrecked. Against some sort of thing, we get wrecked. Because Queensguard just needs a more tempo buff. But we'll see how we go anyway. I mean, this meta is just all about goddamn Squirtle and that swap swarm or whatever the hell it is. And speaking of the devil, it's just, I played like, what was it, 8 matches? And it was just all Squirtle. Like, fuck, did Swim make a new deck or something? Alright, so mulligans wise, you go away. Ideally we want Heim, but we don't want 2 Prisses in our hand. And we do not risk a 3rd mulligan, because this deck is quite vulnerable to the 3rd mulligan. And of course we go first. Alright, first thing we'll just play this out.
Fear nothing.
We've got carry over established to counter War Cancer. I mean, we'll even go -2 if it secures us the first round, because we don't want reses to be bled out in round 2. If we do lose, at least it'll be a short round. But yeah, we don't want to lose, well, a lot of cards.
Them to a man.
Alright, weakness of our deck is we don't have, besides Kroll, essentially we don't have any reactive plays. So I mean, I could swap out Bears for something. I could maybe swap that out for Announce of Thunder.
I never miss.
So yeah. Anyway, now we'll see. We'll use this and high roll the Drake Bonju, and of course we didn't. Now we can use that again, or a Sigurd Drifter, or a Sun Vigor. I might use that and see what we pull out actually.
I swear on my
Oh, nice, perfect. That's really good. Actually, we can even we want that for this round. We'll keep the Priestess. We'll just drop the bear now. Because also these guys can't be rezzed by Priestesses, no. Alright, Drake Bondu. That could be a Morin, perhaps. Actually, no, Morin's like never uses it. And I hope to God this deck is not using Artifact Compression. Could be Tyravel, could be... Oh shit, it could be, what's his face? Melina. No, Morin? No, what's the one that steals cards? Yeah, alright, yep, he's trying to steal Olgier, so we're gonna counter that. We'll counter that.
Out with the crowns. Come on, quick now.
Because it's still, yeah, look at that. Get counted, kind of.
Cunning play.
Yeah. Woo.
Thank you.
We saw that coming. Him lining it up with the ball. Good. That's a good plan by him, though. Although he could pass here for 2 card advantage, but we'll say okay to that. It's funny. I think someone was versing decoyed that once. It was quite funny. It's like, yeah, sure, dude. I'm not gonna let you steal a card like that. But yeah, it looks. I mean, it looks like this deck wants to. Jeez, they're gonna lead on us. But fuck it. If we go minus, typically you'll be finding yourselves going -2 quite a bit. It's just Queensguard is just in such a bad state, really.
Out with the crowns. Come on,
No, I
quick
should
now.
have buffed that instead because to stop future Igni burns. That was a bit of a mistake, but oh well. Yeah, I gotta be a bit mindful of Igni because if I heal that, that's gonna be. Oh no, I can hit this. Oh Jesus. Oh no, that's 11. Never mind.
My folk have suffered much.
Yeah, fuck that all cancel. At least it's out now and not before. But we have old gear anyway. That car needs to go, or the mechanics need to be changed on that fucking thing. Although I probably mentioned this 6 billion times before. So I doubt we're gonna win this round because that's a what do you call it? A two reveal. So what we'll do is just play cards, get them down as low as possible, so our Queensguard will be more effective in the second round. But I doubt we're gonna win. Yeah, that's a two reveal. So he's got 14 points there. I couldn't use another decoy. It is a bit risky though, but
The time
no,
of
it's
the
alright,
white
it won't be
frost
dead.
and white light is nigh.
Alright, we've got pretty good. In fact, I might just actually we'll see. There, we'll do this for investment
So what?
purposes.
Should I pound it into a
So that's
poker?
blocks Igni now. I will have to go. If he passes, I'll have to go -2 because I don't. That would be embarrassing if I just pass. Yeah, okay. So we're not going to fall for that. We will go -2 and hope we
The
draw
sea provides.
what do you call it? In hindsight, maybe I should have played that first, perhaps. Yeah, I might have made a mistake there. Yeah. Oh, so what we'd do? Ideal situation. Hopefully now. We draw another priestess for the next round. Okay, that's good, kind of good, but we wanna. I'm gonna take a risk here.
I'm in no mood for jests.
I need another priestess. I'm gonna use it regardless because I need to
Bow
burn
before
cards out of
modern
it.
Freya.
But this is kind of risky.
Pansy.
I'm ready.
Alright, so 36 points on the board. We now pass and hope to God. We have 2 out of 6 chances to draw a priestess of Freya. I mean, this was risky for me to do, but I don't want to give him an easy round. An easy round, because yeah, the risk is on. In fact, I could even just roll decree and use a coral,
good human is a dead.
but there's no good coral target, so we pass. I don't know what that's supposed to be, Morin or something, or the sapper. God, I hope I don't draw retro out of Heim. But yeah, it's just non-stop Skellige, man. It's just. Have you ever noticed that every patch there's at least some mechanical, something that Skellige can abuse, you know? I mean, I know Skellige is also pretty guilty of this, but Skellige, Jesus. So he needs to make 22 points, which is quite significant.
Come here.
So at the very least,
Where cat dragged in.
we'll go even. Yeah, he can make 9. So, okay, maybe not. Fair enough, Sapper. I'm kind of wishing that was a 2 reveal. Not 2 reveal, Morin, but yeah, we at least gained 1 card back. Alright, now this is the moment of truth. If I don't. Alright, thank God. Thank God for that. So we'll lead off with Heim. Actually, no, I'll hold off on Heim. I'll just raise the Queen straight away. But yeah, we'll see if Queen's is enough to outpower whatever he's got. So Cery will come out, which is quite nice. Yeah, I think I'll bring out the Queensguard, then Heim, perhaps. Oh, and what silvers has he? Is it what's left in the deck? No, starting deck. There's a lot of possible options, but I'll use the Queensguard for now.
Bow
I think,
before
for
modern
Heim.
Freya.
You're good.
Careful there.
Oh, she's in the same row as well. Thematic plays, people.
What do you
Oh, shit.
want?
Alright, possibles. Oh no, it's not running Athene. Alright, alright. See, that's why we use Armor Smiths to, yeah, distribute the thing equally. Not equally, differently. Oh my god. Alright, can this steal it? Yes, it can, thank god. We can take back that ward cancel, so this is going to be quite close.
Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, okay, Cery, Nova, lovely. I don't think we're... I think we've just been out tempoed, I think.
That might even be amusing.
I mean, yeah, there's no way. Unless this is a dead card, there's no way.
Cunning play.
Oh, wow, okay. Very surprising I won that, but I'm happy to win that. Against Square Tail, no doubt, too. I mean, I don't think it was that swap cancer. Oh, not swap cancer, just annoying. But props to him. Good play to Dark, whatever his name was. Sorry I didn't catch it. We're getting there. We're getting there, comrades. Anyway, that's it for now. Queensguard. I'll do more videos with the other decks again. Like, I'll do more vids with Queensguard. This one, perhaps, and the other deck I've used before on this channel. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching, and leave comments for deck ideas or factions you want to see. Until then, later.